hello, and welcome to another Cup of Conversation on BRT2TV. Today in the studio, I have a great guest, a man who I've literally just met about half an hour ago, but we've been friends on Facebook for a short while as well. And he's kindly taken the time out of his busy schedule here in North Cyprus. He's here all the way from Chicago, America, and he's here in North Cyprus, on the island of Cyprus, should I say, and he's taken the time out before he leaves on Saturday to chat with me on my program. He is a Cypriot Armenian. His name is Chris Krzentz, and he's joined me now on the program, and we've got a fascinating interview. The power of social media, the power of the internet will be revealed on this program. So sit back and relax and enjoy the program. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John. Nice to be here. It's an honor for me to be on your show.
It's an honor. The honor is all mine. Thank you very much for joining us. I know that you are literally, coming towards the end of your 3-week stay on the island, and so it's great to just catch you for an hour before you leave and go back to America. But let's now start at the beginning. You are, correct me if I'm wrong, Cypriot Armenian.
I'm half Armenian and half Greek Cypriot. My mother is Greek Cypriot. She's still alive, lives in the south part of Nicosia. And then my father was Armenian, and he died in 1991.
Okay, but it's a very multicultural.
Exactly. I'm a
background.
very multicultural person. I was born in Kuwait. My mother and father met over there, and then at 3 years old, came to Cyprus, went to this Italian Catholic school run by the Vatican called Terrasanta College. I was there, and so I spent in Cyprus 15 years only, but the best years of my life, from 3 years old until 18.
So even though your mother and father met in Kuwait, you were born in Kuwait, when you were 3 you came to Cyprus, and so as you said, the best years of your life, as you were growing up, for your teenage years spent on the island, and then at the age of 18, what happened after then?
When I was 18, I went to Italy and studied. I was in medical school for a year, and then I changed and ended up getting a degree in teaching Italian. So I have a degree in teaching Italian. So I spent 4 years in Italy, from 1979 to 1983.
So is the Italian...
I was in Perugia, Italy.
I went to Perugia as well, believe it or not.
You did?
I actually stayed there for 6 months when I was at university. Perugia is a fantastic city.
It's a very cosmopolitan town. That's where all my cosmopolitan upbringing came from.
Yeah.
When I was in Terrasanta, in the school I was referring to, it was a school that was for everyone. I had a lot of Turkish Cypriot friends, Armenians, Latins, Maronites. That's where all the things they taught us in that school. Although it was a Catholic school, and I'm Greek Orthodox, and I also did Catholic. I had a Catholic upbringing. The first thing they taught us is to respect each other, respect every religion, every culture. And that's where everything started from there. And then when I went to Italy, it was the same thing. I ended up at the university in Per Straniero in Perugia, where it was also a multicultural place. And actually, at some point, I got elected. I don't know how. I got elected as the president of all 10,000 students that were over there from more than 300 countries. And I had the certificates on my Facebook page.
Wow, excellent.
And I didn't run for it. They voted me in. I mean, I didn't run for it. And I ended up managing a whole group of multicultural student body.
Well, maybe that's actually how you became, years, managing an internet page. Or a group where, again, you've got thousands of people that you are managing.
I created the Cyprus Culture Group on Facebook, and right now we have over 10,000 members from all over the place, all over Cyprus, all over the world, Cypriots abroad, non-Cypriots abroad. Basically, the difference between this group and other groups, and I do respect, I know you had Sermon and Eren here, Erdogan in your show. That's one of the best groups on the internet as well, and I'm a member of that group. It's like a sister group, and I know their mission, they take pictures, frozen pictures for people abroad. My group is basically, besides that, that we don't talk politics, that's the main thing, is we include everybody in the group. So it's a group for everyone that respects and loves Cyprus culture, going back 10,000 years. And it's not only for Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots, it's for Armenians, Latins, Maronites, Russians, everybody that is in Cyprus and everybody that is not in Cyprus, that is abroad, and that they don't even have to be a Cypriot. As long as they respect and like the Cyprus culture going back 10,000 years, they're more than welcome to apply and they do get accepted.
We will talk more about the group in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's go back now. So after Italy, what happened then? Did you go? Is that when you went to America?
Correct. My father took me to America, so I immigrated to America in 1983. It was a cultural shock for me because I left from the Renaissance time, and I thought that was new to me. And then I arrived. The first day I arrived in Chicago, the temperature over there in Fahrenheit. So the temperature was 100 degrees when I got to Chicago, Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it was centigrade. I said, oh my God, it was June. I said, we're going to die here. What is that? I saw the big sign, welcome to Chicago, temperature 100. And that was a big, so I said, well, maybe there's something wrong with the clock. And then I got off the plane. My father picked me up. He came with a huge car. It was, in Italy, we had those Cinquecento 500 Fiats, or we have little bicycles, motorcycles, the Vespas and everything. And he picked me up from this car. I says, what did you do? Did you rent this car? What is this? No, that's my car, he said. So he took me home, and then we passed through all these high-rises. And it was a cultural shock for me. I've seen it on TV, but I never experienced anything like this. And then keep in mind, this is 1983. It's not even the way it is now, more advanced. Yeah. And it was just a cultural shock for me. Everything was large in America. The buildings were large, the cars were large. You go in through a door, the door is like 3 times the regular door. The ceilings are enormous in the lobby. So
everything is supersized in America.
Yeah, so I arrived in America, it was June 21st, 1983, and I was, wow. And I took a direct flight from Rome with Alitalia. It was about 10 hours. And actually on the plane, I remember, because I love music, I was listening to Michael Jackson, the Beat, the Beat It, I think it's called.
Yeah. And
I had it on a cassette. At that time, I didn't. Keep in mind, 1983.
No CDs.
There was no internet.
No iPod.
There was no cell phones. Actually, the first cell phone that was commercially available was invented in Chicago by Motorola. So it was invented 3 months after I arrived.
Ah.
So it was no cell phone, no internet, no nothing. We had these cassettes and we were playing the albums. And I was imagining this place, so I'm going to be going and dance all the time, because that's what I did too. I liked to dance. And when I was in Italy, I used to go to nightclubs and just dance all night. And when I was in Cyprus, the same thing. And I just kept it going, the music. And America was something, I love it. And then I became a citizen 5 years later. 1988, and I love it. It's the best country on the planet for me.
And Chicago has been home ever since?
Yes. Chicago is a very cosmopolitan city, just like the way I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's anybody you want to see from anywhere in the world is there. If you want to go to a Chinese restaurant, Turkish restaurant, Armenian restaurant, Greek restaurant, Irish restaurant, not just restaurants, but stores.
Yeah.
You can find it over there. It's amazing. How big, and it's a huge city. The actual city itself is 3 million, but with the suburbs all around it that is all connected, is about 10 million. So it's 10 million people live in this huge area. I live right downtown where the high-rises are, and I love it. And the building I live in, the apartment I live in, the building I live in is 22 stories high. It's supposed to be the smallest building on the block.
That's 22 stories.
Yeah, I live the building right across from me is 110 stories. The John Hancock building. Yeah.
You're joking.
And that was built in 1976. I mean, it was, 73 actually, 73 or 76. But it's like, in a way, it's an old building, but it looks brand new. And I have a video. You can see when I walk in that neighborhood. And
so when you come to Cyprus, everything's,
Well, I love it when I come to Cyprus because I like both worlds. I like the ancient world, if I can say that, ancient, not in a sense of behind like mentality ancient, but ancient is like the structures, the buildings, the architecture. And I like the modern part in the United States. So
best of both worlds.
I love it, yeah. And then every time I come to America, I always visit another country, like a layover, and I stay there overnight. And I have on Facebook more than 3,600 friends from 220 nations. So every year I put it on Facebook, and my friends actually decide where I'm going to go next. I go to Cyprus, but they decide the connecting city. And then they offer me to take me around, do videos, and that's what happens. So the latest one was Dubai, and I'm going back to Dubai on Saturday, and I'm going to spend the night and start filming there for the weekend. Mm-hmm. And then on Sunday I'm back to America, and then Monday I'm going back to work.
Back to work. And work actually is You work in a hospital, don't
Believe
you?
it or not, I have a regular job that pays the bills. You know, they say in America, you keep your day job.
Yeah, keep the day job.
Love your hobby, but keep your day job. So this is what I do here. This is just a hobby on my free time, which takes more time than my full time, actually. Yeah, I work, I'm an assistant technologist in computer tomography. We call it CT scan for short in America, at one of the best hospitals on the planet. It's called Northwestern Memorial Hospital. It's like it was rated by U.S. News and World Report a few months ago as the number 8 in America, over 5,500 hospitals.
Wow.
And we're right downtown. This hospital is like a high-rise. It's like six different buildings, all high-rises. And it's like one of the best. We have a trauma center. We have all kinds of heart center, stroke center. So I do love my job. I work 4 times a week, 40 hours a week, but 4 times a week because I do 10 hours every day. So from 7 in the morning until 5:30 I work.
Yeah.
I'm off every Wednesday and every weekend. And guess what I do on Wednesdays and weekends? I walk around the city, film. And then what I was doing the last 3 months before I got here, I was filming all the street musicians in Chicago, like over 100 of them. And now they email me, "Where are you, Chris? We miss seeing your videos." And they're very, very good musicians. I mean, they were all raised musicians. They're instructors. They just like to play on the street. And also, I got requests from people to interview their concerts. So I went and interview concerts as well.
Well, I mean, you know, Chicago,
Because I'm a very musical person. Yeah,
there
jazz
must be lots of great musicians.
and blues. Yeah,
Jazz and blues.
exactly.
What a town, what a place to be in. I mean, I'm jealous of you that you're in Chicago.
It's amazing, and like I said, everybody there, the whole world is represented there. It's a multicultural city,
Yeah.
and I love it. And I wouldn't be
A bit like
change it for the
multicultural
world.
Cyprus.
Cyprus
with all the different
is
cultures here.
multicultural, yeah, because we have so many cultures going back, like I said before, my group, 10,000 years. And every time I meet somebody from a different culture, I love it. I like to interview them. I like to see how the background is, how they feel about things. And with everything that connects us together, we're all Cypriots, you know, and you don't have to be Cypriot with a passport, Cypriot passport. You just to be Cypriot and love your country. And in my way of thinking, cosmopolitan thinking, there is no North and South Cyprus. There's one Cyprus, and there's no there's no Europe and Asia. To me, it's like one world, and there's no separation. It's not, and it's good to keep your culture and say you're a Greek Cypriot, you're a Turkish Cypriot. It's good, but overall, I think of it. I'm a citizen of the world. That's how I.
A great way of
approach
thinking.
things. Yeah, and I get along, with everyone. Like in Chicago, I have friends from China, Japan, Russia. We go out and take me to Chinese restaurants. Everything. I mean, and then like they say in Rome, when you're in Rome, you do what Romans do. That's what I do. Wherever I go, I adjust to the culture and to the rules, and I have no problem, and I love it. I'm loving it, and I'm always learning something new.
You said to me that you are here on the island normally every October. Mm-hmm. The best time of the year, I think. One of the best times to come to Cyprus. Not too hot.
Exactly.
After summer break, and not too cold. Although we don't really have a big winter here, but you know, beautiful. You know, you've got the great sunshine, but it's nice and cool and crisp, fresh air, and it's good for you to go out with your little camera.
Yeah,
and
believe it
film.
or not, this is the camera. I want to show this to the people in the audience. This is the camera. It's a Kodak PlaySport, it's called. They don't make them anymore. And this is how all this high quality, instead of carrying a camera like this or carry 3-4 people with me, this takes care of everything.
It's
Sound,
fantastic.
Audio, yeah.
And that's the reason why you're here, Chris, because your hobby is actually
filmmaking.
Filmmaking, making short films, long films, snippets of life. As you said, you interview people sometimes. I think.
I did over 100 interviews. Over 100 interviews.
You've given me the pleasure of being the first person to interview you.
Exactly. You're the first one to interview me, correct?
And the hat.
I'm usually behind the camera. You can hear everybody recognize my voice and my hat.
Yeah. We can recognize Chris from that hat. He wanted to wear, and I think he should wear the hat because if you ever see Chris,
my trademark.
Video,
yeah,
that's your trademark. Chris Krzentz's trademark is the Chorby hat. But so, how did this begin for you? You know, there you are in America. You've got your regular day job, paying the bills. Mm-hmm. When did you start filming?
Well, I started filming in 2012. I had a YouTube channel since 2009, but I never really had any videos there. It was just an account.
Yeah.
that I found later on. You can create it into a YouTube channel with videos in it. So what happened in 2012, I started going to Cyprus every year in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was going like every 10 years, every 5 years. So in 2011 I started, and I had a little tiny camera in 2011. And I took some pictures, and I was like, okay. And then I posted some pictures, and people laughing. And I said, in 2012 I said, I'm going to try to do some video. I knew nothing about video. I mean, absolutely nothing. And it's funny how this happened, because I believe everything happens for a reason. It was the way I got into the camera, it almost never happened. I went to this store right across the street from me. It's called Best Buy. Huge electronics store. And I wanted to buy a camera, a video camera. So I walk right in. How much is this? Oh, $400. How much is it? $600. Oh my God, there's no way I'm going to buy. I was looking for $100 or less. So I'm telling the guy at the door, I'm not going to buy anything. I just came. Tomorrow I'm leaving. Actually, the next day I was leaving for Cyprus. There's no way in the world I'm going to buy a camera. I'm only. You know. Then he goes, listen, I'll make a deal with you. There is a camera. I said, and this was the camera. There is a camera. He says that this Kodak don't make them anymore. And this is the last one we have in the store, and we're not going to have them anymore in the store at all. And I give it to you for $60. Usually cost like $500. I give it to you for $600 because it's an open. They had it open in the box so people can see. Nobody seems to be interested in this camera. If you want to give it to $60, so I'm thinking right away. I said yes because I need a camera, and with tax and everything. Because over there you pay and then you pay tax. Extra tax. So with tax and everything, it was probably $70, $80. So it was definitely less than $100. So I got out of the store with $20 extra in my pocket. So because I had a, so to make the long story short, I did not know how to use it. And I said, is this I opened it up, I took it to work. A lady from work did a video with me. I have the first video, but I cannot post it because it's at work. You can see all our machines and everything. And I said, how did you do that? What did you do? And then she started explaining to me, and to me, I couldn't get it. I was like, oh, it's confusing. It's a video camera and a camera. Now I feel I was stupid. I didn't realize. I was like, how do you use this thing? And actually, it's like this. I was doing it the other way, and I was filming myself instead of filming. I didn't know this. I had no idea. So I go to Cyprus, and my cousin, Janet in Cyprus, is a tourist guide. So I live in her house every year. So I said, she said, you want to come with me to the, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I says, take this camera for me, do me a favor, do a video, figure it out, do a video for me, bring it back. So she did it, it was all like 36 seconds. So I put it on the computer. I was like, wow. She went to Curium. And I was like, are you sure you gave me the right video? Did you just film this? Was that you that filmed this? She says, yeah. And I says, how did you do that? So she showed me. And finally, I got it. That's how I started. So first video, I went to Corium. I think I went to Corium as well.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing a video. Everybody's like, wow. What did and then I put it on. It was the first video I put on YouTube because I didn't know where else to put it. I didn't even know there was such a thing in China. Somebody said to me, put it on YouTube. I says, where on YouTube? And he says, you do have an account there, right? So go there, and there was a thing that says create an account, and I click on it.
Yeah. And
then the next thing he asked me, click to download the video. The camera was already in the computer, so he knew where to go because it was the only video there besides the one of my cousins. So I ended up putting both.
And that's it.
And then I saw it. It's like, yeah, that was it. And then people were they were subscribing to my YouTube channel. All of a sudden, before the day is over, I have 100 subscribers. He said, where all these people come from? I said, we like it and we subscribe. We were making comments. It's like, okay, maybe I should do another one. So in 2012, it was a really low amount, maybe 50 the most. I did like little pieces in here and there. Now when I went in 2013, that's when I met Tuncer. And Tuncer, because we went through this other group, and then that was before I created Cyprus Culture. I created Cyprus Culture after I went back. So Tuncer goes, come to North Nicosia and meet me. But we didn't say anything about filming. I says, if I come, then I'm going to have to do a video because I have a video camera now. Oh yeah, bring the video camera. So I met him, and he says, come again the next Saturday or something. So I had two friends on the south part of Cyprus where they're both like architects. And he says, we know who Tuncer is. He's a very famous archaeologist. He's known all over Cyprus. You're going to meet with Tuncer for real? He's going to show you Nicosia. He says, we're going to have to come too. So I asked Tuncer, can they come? Yeah, bring them. So there was 4 of us, and we ended up doing a 4-hour documentary on North Nicosia. I mean, anywhere you want to go in Nicosia, Tuncer took us. And we were like speechless. We were like this.
He knew everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in the beginning, I could post them individually. It was part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. And then I figured out how to make it one documentary. Now it's 1-hour documentary. And then it was amazing. It's like people, wow. And I grew up literally, my parents' house, literally feet from the north side. And we would see the mosque, we see everything, but I never went over there.
Yeah.
Except in 1993, I went once in Kyrenia when it was allowed for Americans to go up there. I did a little Kyrenia stop with an Irish friend and came back, but it was nothing really like this.
But now you can discover again.
And then the same vacation, October 2013, we went to Kyrenia. We did a Kyrenia video. And then we did, maybe it was 14, is it 13 or 14? But we did a Kyrenia video, the same thing. Tuncer does a tour of Kyrenia. It's like another 1-hour video documentary. And then we did one in the castle, 1 hour in the castle. So after we did the North Nicosia, I went back to America. It was a day that was snowing in America. And I love snow, by the way. I don't like heat, but I like the snow. So I like filming in the snow. A lot of my videos, you can see on my YouTube channel, they're in the snow. So went to America, and I'm thinking one day, man, I should do something. I should create a group. That's where the idea came, where I can include everybody, and then I can exclude politics. Yeah. Let's see if this works, because I was tired of people fighting, arguing, not just Greeks and Turks, but Greeks among Greeks, Turks among Greeks, and some of the groups most of the arguments were between them, not on the other side. It was the same group.
So I
was like, what can I do to bring all these people together? Not just the same groups, but include. And that's how I got the name Cyprus. It just kept to me like this. I put Cyprus culture, and I had to put in if it was available. It says, yeah, it's available. So next thing you know, it's available. And then next thing you know, the computer is asking me, you want to invite a couple of your friends? So I click a couple of friends. So I went and took a break and came back, and there was 1,000 members. Like within 3 hours, I had 1,000 members. And I said, where all these people come from? And they all start writing comments already. We love it. And the only thing I had there was, I think, it was some kind of Armenian dance that was somewhere in Nicosia. And then everybody was like, and then I ended up putting more stuff, pictures. And then people started posting. So I went back in an hour. Not only there was 1,000 members, but it was full of postings. And I said to myself, what do I do next? How am I'm in charge now of this thing. What am I supposed to do? So by trial and error, I was figuring out the little glitches and everything. And this December 22nd, 2016 is going to be our 3rd anniversary of the group. My goal was to have 10,000 members by the 3rd anniversary, and we achieved that already now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so we have 10,100 members the last time I checked.
So look for Cyprus Culture on Facebook.
You go to Facebook and type the word Cyprus Culture, and it will come out. Look for the one, there may be some similar names, but if you type Cyprus Culture in English, the big clue will be, it will say 10,000 members. When you see the 10,000 members,
then you know it's the right
then you know that's the right one.
And do you share your YouTube videos on that group as well? Or
yes, I do. I cannot share all the videos, but I do share the Cyprus videos, because my YouTube channel has over 1,100 videos, and they divided into sections. If you go to playlist on my YouTube channel, I have Chicago, Cyprus, and different other parts of the world. The ones I share on my on the Cyprus Culture Group are the ones from Cyprus, and I have over 500 videos there.
We're going to show a clip now that you've taken of. I mean, I want to look at the recent stuff. Your recent trip here, and I think you're in a spring. You're
correct.
Taking a bit of
Kythrea.
Beauty.
In Greek, we call it love resort of Kythrea.
So let's watch this now.
And I want to thank Tuncer, by the way, the archaeologist, because he's the one that took me there. He's the one who knew where the switch was for the light. He's the one that convinced me to go in there because I was scared to go in there. I was like, where am I going to go? And and when I went and looked at it, I said, I'm not going in there. So then he told me, yes, you are. So I went.
So you went in.
I trusted him, and I came out one of the best videos.
One of the best videos.
And by the way, he's my best friend in Cyprus, Tuncer.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for allowing us to share this now. We'll be back in
No,
a
you're
minute or
welcome.
two.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of the clips, one of the videos that Chris has produced in Cyprus on his recent trip. So back after this.
This is Kefaloverson of Kythrea. I'm gonna go right in, see where this goes. I'm here with Tuncer, the Turkish Cypriot archaeologist. I want to see where this goes. Wow. This is Kefaloverson of Kythreas. I'm gonna go and see how far I'm gonna go. Yeah, this is as far as we can go. And I'm gonna go back now. So everyone, this is Chris Krzentz. I'm in Kythrea, Cyprus, and this is the Kefaloverson of Kythrea. I'm underground. And I'm heading towards outside where the archaeologist is waiting for me to chair. Very interesting area. I'm gonna pick up a couple of rocks to take with me like I always take to America.
Yes, a short video there produced by Chris Krzentz, and that was on a recent trip here in the TRNC, or on the island of Cyprus. And a big thank you to Tuncer Başkan for encouraging you to go into that.
The archaeologist, yeah.
The cave. Even our camerawoman who is filming us now, she said, looking at that, I'd be scared to go in there.
I was scared too, but Tuncer convinced me it's safe, and I trusted him. I'm glad I did, and I did go in there. Yeah.
It must be a very different feeling for you to come to Cyprus, which you left many, many years ago as a teenager at the age of 18.
1979, I left. Yeah.
And to discover it again
Yeah.
via your little handy camera, There you are in downtown Chicago with all the high rises, and now you're showing everyone, a very beautiful remote cave spring in Cyprus.
It used to be very active, by the way, in the 70s, early 70s, and before. All the water used to come through there, and
are you discovering the island again, Chris? Now that you're coming every year, with your...
Every year I come, it gets better and better.
Really?
I mean, there's still a lot of... I did 4 years of videos already. I have over 500 videos. I have over 100 of them on the computer that I haven't uploaded on YouTube. I always learn something new. I always go something new. Like last week, I went inside the Archbishop's Palace in Nicosia. I met the Archbishop. And it was something that I always wanted to do, go inside there, because I live across the street from there, and I never went inside. And then you'll see the video in a couple of weeks where I'm going inside the palace, the Archbishop's Palace.
What do your American friends think of your background in Cyprus? Are you, because I have to say, I'm not being rude here, but
no.
In America, such a big country, such a superpower, not everyone in America will know about the island of Cyprus, or have even heard of the island, or where is that? And
every time I talk to someone in America, without putting the American friends down now, because I'm an American as well, is I have to show them a map and show where Cyprus is.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's somewhere in California. There's a place in California, Cyprus, California. They think that's the one. No, it's an island in the Mediterranean, and I have to show them the map. And I always tell them it's a small place, but at the same time, it's the third largest island in the Mediterranean after Sicily and Sardinia. So it's not that small, but it's small compared to America. And there's no more than 1 million or 1.5 million people living there. So and then there's plenty of tourists that go there, probably 3 times the population. But it's a beautiful place. And I emphasize, once I tell them, especially the ones in Chicago, we have 300 days a year of sunshine here, they love it, because they don't see the sun that often in Chicago. It's always like cloudy or snowing, but they love it once they see. And a lot of people are interested. Not just I like it because I combine them. I combine the scenery of the sea and the beaches and everything. But they also like the archaeological sites. They like because we do have a lot of American archaeologists I have in my Cyprus culture group, and some of them are the ones that went there and discovered things in the past, like from the Penn Museum, where they discovered but they explored. They put the ship of Carigna and put it in the castle. They did the Curium years back. They did quite a few excavations.
With your Cyprus culture page, or the group on
page,
Facebook, what do you think is anyone and everyone is invited to join if you have a link to Cyprus, even if you don't have a link to Cyprus, but you want to find out more, people can join. But what do you think, when I asked the brothers, Eden and Selim and Erdogan with their frozen Cypriots, it was obviously people who wanted to share photographs or stories or tales of the past of Cyprus, but you're more into the culture, promoting the island as it is now as well.
Yeah, well, not promoting it as a tourist promotion. It's not a tourist promotion. It's a promotion
but just showing the
showing the culture, the history, the geography. Because to understand how Cyprus is today and the many cultures of it, you have to go back 10,000 years. Lusitanians, Ottomans, Venetians, Greeks, all kinds of British, all kinds of people came and conquered Cyprus. But the good thing they did, they left their culture when they left.
Yes.
Forget about the wars and everything now. When they left, though, they built the churches, they built mosques, they built castles, and those are, you go there and you say, wow, who did this and when? And it really, for architectural point of view and archaeological point of view, those are treasures, they're priceless.
Yes,
definitely. And then it's amazing. So the purpose of the group is to celebrate and respect the Cyprus culture, which has many cultures. There's no such one Cyprus culture, but Cyprus culture is the umbrella of the many, many cultures of Cyprus, again, going back 10,000 years.
You said to me before the interview that you actually recognise in the streets when with your hat, and you were waiting one day to catch up with one of the only Armenians in the north. A good friend of mine is, again, Mr. Aras Karabal, who's a shop owner in Ginne.
A couple of things I want to say about that. Number one, the recent one, Aras, which is like the only Armenian living in the north. I wanted to make interview him and point this to the world, not to the people in Cyprus only, but to the Armenians around the world, because it's a very close community, very together community all around the world, the Armenians. So I said, let's do an interview, and then he wanted to do an interview as well. So he comes to Belobasi, because he lives at Belobasi, and he has his shop there. And I said to him, no, you come to Victoria Street in Nicosia, which used to be the Armenian quarter, and I'm going to put you in front of the Armenian church and interview you. And he goes, okay. So he came to Nicosia. He was a little bit late, thank God. If he wasn't late, all this wouldn't have happened. So I was supposed to do a 5-10 minute video of me interviewing him in front of the Armenian church of Victoria Street and talk about Cyprus and about being the only Armenian in the north, how he feels and all that, without being political at all. And I ended up doing a 40-minute documentary with 6 Armenians in it. We found a whole group of Armenians. 3 out of those 6 lived on Victoria Street like in the 50s, in the early 60s. And it was very emotional, very, very rewarding for me and for all the Armenians. So he was a little bit, like I said, he was a little bit late. So he goes, well, I'm going to be a little bit late. Well, I said, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to be sitting here at the checkpoint waiting for you. I'm going to go, because I already know by watching my own videos, I know where I'm going, where I'm going to. So I went to Bandabulia, I went to the Sofia Mosque, Solomon Mosque, I went to all these places around. So here I am filming, and people are there, and I had the same effect in Kyrgyz and also in the south part. People are calling my name out. Chris, this is Chris Krzentz. I'm going like this. I'm filming, because you can hear them in the video. Some of these videos I put music on top, so you get it. But I didn't want to. I was like, the filming that distracted me, so I said, hi, give me a minute. I came back and talked to them. So here I am inside the Bandabulia, and they're all calling my name because I came and interviewed them before. I says, oh no, now I'm going to be, because I don't want to be in front of the camera. I want to be behind the camera. I want people to see, experience what I'm experiencing. I want people to...
Through your eyes.
Yeah, for your eyes, and I wanted to be me walking there to see what I see. And sometimes the camera sees more than I see because it's panoramic. It takes like on both sides. So there's things, what I'm filming, I may be like this, I may be looking this way, that way. So the camera sees more than I do. And sometimes I watch my own videos. I say, oh, I didn't see that. I wasn't paying attention to that.
So when you go back and look at it on your computer, you say,
yeah, well, I did. And then to make the long story short, I finished the almost filming. So I'm on Arasta Street. And then Aras comes, oh, here you are. I says, oh, thank God you came. I don't have to look for you at the checkpoint. And then he's talking to 5 people. So I thought they were just friends, Turkish Cypriots. He was just talking to some people. Because he said he was the only Armenian in the north. I didn't know there was like 5 more Armenians there, 4 more Armenians, 5 including me and him. So once they found out I'm half Armenian, they wanted to find out who I was. Oh, no, now so we exchanged numbers for everything. So I said to them, I came to my idea. I says, what do you guys think if I take you all to Victoria Street, to the Armenian quarter, Armenian church, and make a documentary? And you can tell me anything you want about, no restriction. And I said it was maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes the most of your time. And they all look at me without hesitating. Yes, we would love to. So we started walking there. So we shut off the camera on Arasta Street, and we were talking off camera. And now I remember the way to go there, because I told him I'm going to take you there because I watched my video 3 years ago, and I knew exactly where to go to the Armenian church in Victoria Street. So once we reached the place we stopped, so I put them all in a circle. If you can see the video, they're in the circle, and they all talk one by one about their story, and then we start walking.
Very interesting.
And then Aras, I says, sorry about Aras, but you're supposed to be your video, but now we got a video. And by the way, to be fair, I went a week later or 3 days later, I went to Belobasi and did an interview with him as well. So I ended up doing the interview with him. I ended up doing a 40-minute documentary. And now I'm getting all these emails from all over the world, Armenians all over the world, telling me, Chris, I used to live there. You really contributed to our culture and everything.
Fantastic. So a great experience for you to meet other people from the same background. We also have a clip now of you playing the piano at the house of, you met 2 artists, didn't you?
It was Semra. Semra, the painter. It is 2 Turkish Cypriot artists. I'm not good with the last names, but Semra and Sevjan. One, Semra is, that's her house there. She's a painter, well-known Turkish Cypriot painter. And her sister, which, by the way, they're twins.
Yes.
If you see the latest video I did, you will know which one is which one. And the other one is a sculptor.
Yes, Sevjan Çerkez, we all know her,
it's
very
amazing,
famous.
yeah. So I ended up interviewing them both. So this is the first one I went to Semra's house, and I saw the piano there. So I said, can I play the piano? And I haven't played the piano like in 30 years, because I play the piano I play music by ear.
By ear.
And this is a piece that I composed when I was 12 years old.
This is your composition?
Yeah, it was my composition. I was 12 years old, and I played that in Terasanta College. I never really published it or anything. I don't even know how to write music. But this is my composition, yes.
Okay, so on his trip to North Cyprus, or to the island of Cyprus, Chris meets lovely local artists and then plays the piano. So here's Chris's second quick YouTube clip that you can still see on his own page.
Hello, this is Chris. I'm going to play something for you. Thank you.
Thank
Hope
you,
you like
Chris.
it.
Yes, a short clip there, just giving you a taste of what Chris Krzentz is sharing on his YouTube page. And you can find many, many more, hundreds of videos of Chris around the world and also in Cyprus. And unfortunately, only a couple of days left before Chris goes back. In fact, the day that we air this interview, in the evening, Chris will be flying back and starting his journey back to Chicago, America. But Chris, I just want to say thank you very much for coming into the studios today of Lefkoşa. How does it feel to be on the other side of the camera now, in front of the camera instead of behind?
I love it actually because I still like to talk. I don't like to be on the camera, but I like to talk. So it was a great conversation, very appropriately a couple conversation. I love it. Like I said in the beginning, it's an honor to be on your show.
The honor, the pleasure was all mine. And we would now like to just conclude by giving the people out there watching information about how to contact you. You are going back to Chicago. We wish you a safe flight via Dubai. And next time you come, we don't know what the stopover place will be, but maybe people can give you some suggestions. But your surname is quite difficult to spell. So if you could tell us how
the best way to get in touch with me, I want to talk to the camera now,
to
the people here. The best way to find me and find my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Cyprus Culture Group, is to Google my name. That's all you have to do. Chris, C-H-R-I-S, Chris. And the last name, make sure you spell correctly. If you make one letter wrong, you won't find it. It's K-R-Z-E-N-T-Z, Krzentz. K as in King, R as in Robert, Z as in Zebra, E as in Edward, N as in Tom, S as in Nancy, T as in Tom, Z as in Zebra, K-R-Z-E-N-T-Z. You Google my name, everything will come up.
Fantastic. And Chris is also my friend on Facebook, so if you can't find him there, look at my page and maybe you will find Chris's name there. I just want to say thank you very much for sharing all this wonderful information with us. Your videos are excellent, and that, I can't believe that small little camera that you didn't really buy or it was last minute to purchase.
Actually, I have two of them, and the second one I bought it on Amazon.com. It was like $100.
Thank you for sharing your view of Cyprus and the world. I'll be logging on frequently to find out what you've been uploading. I know you've got more and more videos of Cyprus. Probably you'll do them when you go back to America.
I have more than 100 on my computer that I haven't uploaded yet.
But thanks for coming to my program. I wish you a safe journey back to the USA and look forward to maybe meeting you again next year.
Definitely.
When you come back to BRT and give us an update on what you're doing.
Exactly, yeah.
But thank you for sharing your world with us, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
And with that, we've come to the end of this very interesting chat with Chris Krzentz. And definitely find him on Facebook, on YouTube, watch his videos, become his friends, join the Cyprus Culture page and group, and just find out more about the beauty of the island and the beauty of the world via Chris. With that, we thank you for watching our program. Until the next time we are in the studios together, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.